I can't stand no more, cause I'm a fool. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. I can't stand no more, cause I'm a fool. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. Hey yo, excuse me Mr. Journalist, I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release today. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really still getting confused now, and I just wanna ask you some questions. Oh, is it based on money? Is it based on presidency?
Hello and welcome to this special radio talk show here that the TSM or Stage Media for short put down in special Liberian English to help you get the correct story from all the story that you hear on the radio, that you read in the newspaper and on the internet. My name is Seo Watusin, your TSM special or Pidgin English talk show friend. Let us start with the first story here. Concerning the president of Liberia, Omejo Boakai, the few days, he chose one of the big judges to the Supreme Court. This judge here, Yami Gbese, to be the number one big judge of Liberia. News say the president do this one here because the number one big judge that there now say the time finish reaching for her to pension. So this is the reason why President Boakai choose somebody to take the place of the big judge. The president of Liberia can do like this anytime when somebody on that what they call the Supreme Court bench, when their time reach for them to pension. And this time it's about the main judge who now finish reaching 70 years. That the time the judge, any judge in Liberia here, when you get 70 years, then you pension. The announcement that Omejo Boakai made to choose somebody, and not only just Omejo Boakai, any president, anytime something like this happen for president to make somebody judge or put somebody on the main court, it can bring about this kind of argument here. The argument that people are making that they won't hear, so that we want to talk to you about. The time the government of Liberia, they were army government in 1980. When they take over the constitution or the big law book that the country was running on from 1847, they put it one side. They put it one side because they say that law book is still on now, and there were plenty of things in that they also that need to change. To be able to do that here, the head of state that time, Master Sergeant Samuel Doe, in 1981, put 25 people together to write a new law book. The chairman that time, that was old teacher, Dr. Emmett Sawyer. So when they were writing the book here, the new book here, they put in a portion. And this portion of it here, it talk about how the president of Liberia should choose a judge. And that one, they put it down and say they're supposed to put a whole of it down, what they call Judicial Service Commission. That Judicial Service Commission, the people that they the one would look among all the lawyers in Liberia here. Anytime there is space in the whole court system for the president to be able to choose somebody to be the judge. That particular office, what was in the constitution, the law book, what they call the draft, where Emmett Sawyer made that time, they say they were doing the one here because it will be easy. Because a group of people will come together, look at all the lawyers there, and then choose somebody from there, give it to the president. They say the idea behind the one here is to stop this kind of thing where the president will get up and then choose anybody, maybe that person that a friend or that a friend, and make them judge in this country here. That was the reason why behind that particular law that Emmett Sawyer put down that time. When Emmett Sawyer law was ready, the government pulled people together to go and look at all what Emerson and his people then read in the big law book that time. When they finished with their own, they went and moved this particular portion there where say they must pull one office and what they call Judicial Service Commission. This one here, it make a opening now that president can just take anybody who is a lawyer, whether the person that he friend, whether the person really know the thing, Google well qualified, the president can just do this one here. So all this one here is causing problem. Now, today, they put in this judge here, Nyamigbese. Nyamigbese is already on a big court bench. But let's talk to you small about Nyamigbese. Nyamigbese go on the Supreme Court bench in 2022. The old president that was there, George, we are the one who sent him there. Now, lawyer Nyamigbese, he come from Liberian County. And he go to school there. He started with one school in that place they called Doro Memorial High School in 1979. From there, he went to teacher training school to KRTTR and finished KRTTR in 1983. He moved from KRTTR and go to the government B school they call University of Liberia, and he finished with the school with one big paper they call BA in History and Public Administration. He moved from there again and went to the same school, the University of Liberia, and go to that law school they call Louis Arthur Graham School of Law, and finished with that law school in 1998. By 2002, he get the B rank, a lawyer that can get in Liberia here, they call counselor at law. That is also he counselor now. So all that thing there where he learned in school, go to school to be teacher, to be lawyer, he now served in plenty of he was teacher before. Then from there now, he start being lawyer man now. He start giving people idea now. So he working all that one. Now, the president made something like this here, argument now come on. Different people, lawyer then, other people, they start talking. They say, you see, that time, the Emosoya group read the law book and put that particular thing inside what they say, the portion of it, they say, that thing they call JSC, Judicial Service Commission, must be there to help the president choose somebody, because they will look at more people, the lawyer there. They will call that people one by one, check all their record. Then when they give it to the president, and the president made that person a judge, that one, it will put all the problem there under control, where people will say, oh, the other one, judge here, that judge not qualified, but that the president friend, and this and that. So TSM went around and started asking people. One lawyer they asked, lawyer Uriah Tepo, he said, you see, that the same thing that we're talking about. Tepo is walking to that government house. We're looking after human rights business they call INCHR, Independent National Commission on Human Rights. He say the same thing here that a group of looking at the reason why they put this thing here down. But the people who they get the law to go and check all the things, they want to take it from there. So now that the things that are going on now. One group, civilian group, they call STAN. They don't need, they say solidarity and trust for a new day. They sure need that STAN. They say that thing, that the thing say what president do to choose the new chief justice, Nyamigbese, we can't accept it. They say, because why? The president doing this one here, because the other time, when there were confusion in this country here, concerning the speaker, the old speaker for the Lawmaker House of Representatives, Fanati Kofa, he carried a case to the court. They couldn't go in a place and make a ruling. And this ruling, when all the judge and finish with it, that one judge, Nyamigbese, turn around and say he not agree with a friend there for Kofa to win the case. So now, Moba Molu, people say that the reason why they say they don't want that man because now now the thing he do, that man go move from behind their decision and do a different thing. That the one that make Omer Boakai, that he encouraging us. So he put in a man there. So any case that will go to that Supreme Court, that big court, when Nyamigbe say the big person for the number one big judge, everything now got to be in favor of the government. Well, that particular office, what they call Judicial Service Commission, is not there. When the president honor the law that we get now, honor the portion they call Article 54C, when the president choose any judge, whether on the big court or any judge, and carry over and choose a person, they got to send the person name to the Lawmaker House of Senators. Those senators will make argument, charge that people check on them, then if one do not satisfy with you, they will send back to the president and say, oh, the person you sent here will not certify with that person. Then they say they call it rejection. They reject the thing, the person appointment. So this way, some people say it will help to do the work what JSC Judicial Service Commission was supposed to do. So TSM still go outside talking with people, and then they went to work and talk to somebody who also working in law matter, Gerald Dan Yekuda. He said that particular portion of the Emergency Law Board, Judicial Service Commission here, when they put down that time, but then when the people were to finish, do the final writing of the Constitution, they move it from there. It make it now, when anybody who president will send to the court system, what they call the judiciary, the person will do it in line with political matters. It is a bad thing. Gerald Dan Yekuda say this one here is not good. He say, look, for example, right now, the government office that fighting with corruption, what they call LACC, the one here is because why the law put it down that before anybody can be a member of the LACC to fight with corruption, you got to carry the matter here to the Liberian Law Group, the Liberian National Bar Association. Then you go and bring the news people and different civilian group there. Then that the person you will send the name to, those people will look at that, the name that you sent, then they will go to where the law said they must take two names there and give it to the president. When they give it to the president, that from another two names, the president will choose one of that name there to make the person member or be person for the LACC. But now let that with the court system where the president will just get and give somebody a job. So another lawyer Saidu Vaso Nye, he working to the government office that looking after ship, then they call maritime. He's a lawyer. He said this particular group that was in our old law board we're talking about, but what the people move from there, he said it was good. The people were not supposed to take it from there. This one here, it was actually going to make it easy. And tell that they now will not have any problem. One other lawyer who is now working in the government to be one of the number 2 minister to the government house that's standing between Liberia and other nations, they call Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Ibrahim Nye. He also talked the same thing. He said that portion that the people take from that place, so it make a matter really to be by him when it come to president making somebody judge in the Liberia here. Well, all that people talk and they talk one word. But TSM also asked someone, Clark Edward Toomey. Clark Edward Toomey is a member of the government working house that on current matter in this country here, Liberian Electricity Regulatory Commission. He said, well, this thing here that people talking about, to say because that JSC, they take it from the, that one will make it hard for president to put people there. He said, no. He said the other portion of the law that make it that when president give anybody job to make somebody judge, or not just judge, anybody who president give job to, the idea that the big law book say they must take that person name and send it to the senator there. That one, that one a meeting that will help the way to bring in good people on the job that president giving, whether in the court system. Because he say when the president send the name of anybody to that place, the senator then they're supposed to check on the person, and when they check, and then they find anything wrong with anybody, they will write to the president and say the person you sent here, the person not qualified or something wrong. So that one he say to me say a one thing that will help also to doing what the JSC, what people talking about was supposed to do. The fact checker TSM say with all these things that people talk about and they say be checking here and there, right now, the way the lawmaker senator then are getting ready to sit down and talk about the choosing what president do and choose lawyer Nyamigbese to be the number 1 big judge in this country here. The argument over this thing here is not going to be easy. People are going to be talking about it and say this thing is wrong, it's not supposed to do that, but then the senators then now are the ones who are going to make a big decision about something like this here. And so to be able to do this here, and for all the senators that can put okay on the person, they have a small law group, what they call judicial committee. They are the one that will make sure that they will check the record for lawyer Nyamigbese, and then they will give advice to the president to say, well, president, go ahead and get a president job, or president, do not go ahead to get this job here. Here is another story. The country Liberia, a get friendship with the country they call United States of America. And the friendship between that two countries there is started way back. Because why? People who were enslaved were in America. And American government people decided to bring them this way, move them from America to bring them back to Africa, where people came here, take them from here and made them with slaves. So when they were coming down, come to Africa here and decided to put this country down, what they call Liberia today. So while they were here, before Liberia will ever stand by herself to say we free, we get independent, that the American people through their organization, some kind of NGO they call American Colonization Society, they help and made Liberia before they say they get independence. So from that time on, the friendship between Liberia and America, nobody cannot forget it. Nobody can even stand that America always gets some kind of influence here in Liberia here. Now, the few days, the president of America, President Donald Trump, he sent paper or invitation to 5 countries in Africa here. And Liberia was one of the countries. The president of Liberia, Omejo Boakai, were among the people who President Trump sent for to come and go sit down in some kind of special hanging head meeting. The other president then from Guinea-Bissau, Umaru Sissoco Umbalo, the president from Gabon, Brice Ingwema, then Mohamed Ougajouani from Mauritania, and then Bassirou Diomaye Faye from Senegal. These are the 5 presidents there that President Trump asked to come to America to sit down in a special hanging head meeting. Now, while the president of America will send for just 5 presidents from Africa here, when the whole continent is big, so TSM decided to ask people who TSM think get some idea about something like this here to talk. So they go to one old happy minister, they call Assistant Minister Mr. George Wisner, to bring an idea. Mr. Wisner say he think the reason why the government of America choose these 5 countries here instead of the whole group, that number 1, the security business going on now. There are plenty of rebel things going around in Africa here, especially in the West Africa here. The Muslim group of rebels, they call Muslim jihadists, who are killing people every time. Wisner also say one of the reasons also put the president of Liberia, Omejo Boakai, in it is that Liberia and America, they get special friendship. And beside that, a few days, Liberia is going to be on the United Nations Peace Security Group they call Security Council. The other day, other countries then vote for Liberia for them to be there. So all these things here, it make it Liberia now want to be taking part in the decision that the United Nations Security Big Group will be making. So for the reason, for the security matters here, it only a good thing for the president of America when they were asking people to come to put Liberia inside. So George Wisner said that he thinking. TSM also asked one old minister for information, Lawrence Bropley. He said the idea that the American government or American president put Liberia among the people who he calls so, this now will be the chance for Liberia to take part in some security matters, especially so when the area in which the United States get interest in any security business in Africa here, they and Liberia will be hanging here on the matter here to see how they're doing it. Another person, TSM asked that one old caretaker minister for foreign affairs, Elias Shonehi. Elias Shonehi, he was one time caretaker minister for foreign affairs, and now he working as a teacher to the B school they call Cotterton University. He said the reason why the way he thinking that American president do this here to pull abroad among the 5 people is that Liberia is now going to be on the United Nations Peace Security Group they call the Security Council. So America and the other 5 countries, they get interested in it. So anytime they want to make a security meeting or decision, Liberia must take part. Well, TSM went on to check all these things here. Say, well, the government or president of America, they do the thing here before. When in 2022, the president of America, old man Joe Biden, called plenty African countries in to go there, and Liberia was there too. So that time, it was the president of Liberia, George Weah, who went there to stand for Liberia. And then this time, the president of America also asked the president of Liberia to go for the same kind of meeting here, but this time they make it just 5 countries from Africa here to go. TSM found out and said, well, at that time, when the president of America sent for those African countries, they are sent for almost 50 leaders there from Africa who took part in the thing. And then the thing that they talk about, it was a very big matter. Plenty things that they do inside security or business or this one or that one. But here in 2025, the president of America sent for only just 5 people. It means now that they not look at some big picture. They look at just small picture of the thing, but important one too. And the people that they send there, that were just 5 leaders. So when they meeting, they look at particular things to talk about what they want, the government of America want these countries to do. This is all we have for you on this program, TSM Pidgin. My name is Seo Watosi, your TSM friend. Bye-bye and God bless you.
I can't stand no